We've got a whole lot of interesting stories today about EVs. Well, some of them are about hydrogen. What is that about? Some of them are about hybrids. It feels almost like there's a coordinated effort by certain publications to spread bad news, but that couldn't be the case. No, it certainly could not. What is going on? Well, we're going to dive into it, figure out what the stories are, what the pattern is, and see if we can figure out who these jokers are. Let's bust some fudge, shall we? I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. So, all right, what have we got going on here? Who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't. Toyota to change everything about electric cars. Well, that's great. With the arrival of new solid state batteries confirmed. That's good news, right? Good news for electric cars. Kind of. Toyota's been announcing solid state batteries since at least 2009. Every announcement, they say it's coming in 2 to 3 years, and they make this announcement every 18 months or so. It is absolutely insane, and it never happens. If you dig into this article a bit by Laura M. In mobility, what's so special? Well, more range, 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. Charges in less than 10 minutes, and they're less prone to overheating. Well, that's all good. How could that be FUD? Because they're not real. Because people are going to not buy a car that's electric because they want to wait for this magical technology that may be just around the corner. Someday, who knows? Maybe it will. Toyota's got, well, there's performance, there's the popularization and the high performance. Oh my gosh. Will they arrive on time, or is it just another promise? It's not the first time. Years ago, they said it'd be 2021. Well, I guess my research is better than that of Laura M. Key information, all kinds of, oh, this is so exciting, you guys. It's super duper exciting. All right, fine. That's not enough FUD. Let's get into this one. Say goodbye to electric cars. Mechanics warn they'll be nearly impossible to repair. You guys, how could this be? This one is by an author going by Laura M. on Union Rail. Come on. Yeah, no motorcycles or boats. Yeah, Volkswagen's Plan B. They've got a bunch of other linked relevant stuff here. The rise of EVs is being celebrated around the world because it's the future. And isn't it? Being able to travel as usual, but without emitting harmful waste in the atmosphere. But the more popular they become, the more complications they encounter. What's the problem? Well, we know the future's plug-in. Great. Thank you for admitting as much. The main problem that these types of vehicles face compared to conventional combustion is the battery. Yeah. When a gas-powered battery's vehicle fails, you replace the battery. You just replace it. Costs $100, 2, maybe 3, something fancy. But if the battery dies on this, what do you do? Okay, but what about the transmission? You can get a transmission rebuilt. It's very expensive. It's prohibitively expensive. It's not very commonly done anymore. And the labor alone to replace a transmission is often more than the value of the vehicle at the time of its expiration. The same is true of the motor. The big gas engine in an internal combustion, dyno-powered EV, non-EV, is such that if you blow a motor, and by blow a motor, it could be 100 different things that go wrong. You could throw a rod, you could lose a cylinder sleeve. It could be something deep down, way deep in the engine. Who knows? It could be a lot of things. When you blow a motor, you just throw the thing out. You chuck it. Doesn't address that. High voltage batteries can be extremely dangerous and expensive. Yeah, and you could get crushed under the weight of a V8 if you're trying to replace it yourself. Even the smallest repair, such as a minor electronic problem, can cost a fortune. That's called a car. I don't know if you've ever owned a BMW, but they famously have electric gremlins. They've got little electronic problems that can plague the car, sometimes for years, sometimes just until you give up and get rid of it. I'd call that absolutely FUD. Elon Musk admits he was wrong after 9 years of saying the opposite. He fails to deliver on his promise about autonomous driving. Now, well, this isn't about EVs. This is about Tesla. You know, the largest manufacturer of EVs in the Western world. Outside of China, the biggest. Unfulfilled promises. Here's his first promise of autonomy, all that. And it was at this point that I was like, you know what? I've seen Union Rail before. Who's this author again? Oh, look, it's Laura M. Very weird. So I thought, you know what? Let's just take a look at the old Google News here and see what we've got. Nope, Volkswagen has a plan B if its vehicle EVs don't work out. Not Toyota, not Nissan. This is the best. So anyway, there's a lot of anti-EV sentiment here. but I figured I would just look it up generally. I would just type in electric cars, site, Union Rayo, and what I found was total change in automotive industry forever. Toyota abandons EVs and takes a step forward with this new engine. No one expected it. Oh, golly gosh. You getting your PhD in clickbait there, Laura? And I have no problem mocking Laura for reasons I will explain momentarily. While many brands are diving headlong into it, Toyota's taking a different path. What is ICE? Well, how does a hydrogen engine work? Hydrogen is effectively dead. There's no reason to pretend otherwise. This is not how we're doing it. Give me just the facts. Why is hydrogen better? Well, first, recharging doesn't require the user to wait hours between journeys. What are you talking about? Which is already a plus. Yes, hydrogen tanks take the same time to fill up as if we were filling them with petrol. In a couple of minutes, the car can be ready to go. And however, the batteries of electric can take 3 or 4 hours to charge, said the liar, lying as liars so often do. It's clearly a plus for those of us who are more impatient. Toyota also highlights that hydrogen engines are safer than electric cars since hydrogen does not heat up or ignite as easy as lithium batteries. There's lithium batteries in a hydrogen car. They still have some of that. And I don't know if you've heard, but hydrogen is a bit flamey when it recombines into water. The conflagration is really remarkable. You could power a rocket with it. So another advantage that can be highlighted is that these engines are mechanical and their maintenance can be carried out in any workshop. They're mechanical. They're mechanical. What are you talking about? That's wrong. That is incorrect. But the big problem is there are no hydrogen stations. When you find a hydrogen station, if it's working, it costs as much or more than petrol. It's a very expensive splody juice to have in your vehicle. And while you can fill up in 5 minutes, the time between fill-ups is 20 minutes. The station has to repressurize. So if there are 2 cars in front of you, you will be waiting an hour to get your place in line, even though each car will only require 5 minutes to get through its fill cycle. Genuinely dumb, Laura. BMW says goodbye to EVs. It has solved the problem of hydrogen engines, and from this date begins a new era. We're still in March. This is still March headlines, you guys. While the world seems to have fully embraced battery power, BMW is taking a different path, going against the grain, doing whatever it wants. They do this simply because they can. After all, they are BMW. Filler. You said words without saying anything. Now they've confirmed that in 2028, they will launch a hydrogen car. But they will not do it alone. They'll partner with Toyota. Right, but they already have EVs. They have a bunch of them, and they're coming out with even more before now and then. But again, where are you going to fill it? You need an infrastructure to fill hydrogen. It's kind of a problem. For now, BMW has kept details under wraps. It is a secret, but it will not be launched until 4 years from now. What on earth? So let's do one more, and then we'll get into who this is. Another blow to electric cars, the hidden problem that everyone suffers from in their EV and that manufacturers can't find a solution for. They don't want to talk about it. Oh, clickety-bait. Clickety-click, that bubbity bait. March 11th. Again, we're still in March. The cold. Yeah, the cold. Do you know what adoption is in Norway, in Sweden, in Finland? EVs are all the rage. In extreme cold, internal combustion does not perform as well as it would as in more moderate weather. There are sweet spots for your engine, for your gas engine. So and do solid state batteries exist? Well, I should ask you, Laura. So who is this? Who are we talking about here? Well, Union Rayo is, as far as I can tell, just a clickbait farm. It doesn't look like they are the sort of place that has an agenda beyond getting clicks. Maybe they do. I've tried to find who owns it. I cannot. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't tell me any information. I tried looking it up. I was not successful. So this is, yeah, not great. Not great. So yeah, there's some information here. It's not great. It's not terribly detailed. I did try to Google it. Not great. So what does that mean? Well, let's go back and talk about Laura. Who is Laura? Laura M., graduate in English philosophy, passionate about writing and communication. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Laura M. is not real. Graduate from where? In English philosophy. In English philosophy. That's an interesting degree. Passionate about writing and communication. Has a period here. Does not have a period here. That doesn't seem very good. This bio is too short. And wouldn't you want to put your whole name on it? I tried doing a reverse Google image search, could not find any matches for this individual. This is, if you're real, please reach out to me, Laura. I would love to have you on to find out what's going on. Because for real, my question is, what is going on? I don't know the answer to that. And I don't know if you do either, but if you do, by all means, let me know. Hey, thanks to all the supporters who've stepped up recently to help keep the channel going. I really, really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. There are a bunch of ways you can support me. You can get all kinds of bonus material. I'm releasing about, 5, 6 bonus videos a week now on all of these things. So yeah, you can do that. But everybody else, like, subscribe, do what you do. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear it from you clever robots on the flippity flop.